So I went on semen retention for 631 days straight. A year and a half, you can just say 2 years. And here were the 5 things that it taught me. Now, I just want to point out, these 5 things will not apply to everybody. The 5 things I mentioned in this video do not apply to everybody. But if you're new to this, kind of self-development or semen retention kind of stuff, and you're looking to partake on this journey, here's a rough perspective of what you may experience. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna exaggerate things. I'm just gonna give you my clear-cut opinion on what worked best for me. Not necessarily what will work best for you, but what worked best for me, and is still working for me right now. Now, before I get into it, these 5 things, number 5 is gonna be the most beneficial, or the biggest benefit I saw. Number 1 is gonna be like the least benefit. The benefit that didn't really impact my life as much as number 5. So they're gonna go from least to most beneficial. So starting with number 5 was a massive increase in physical attributes, if you wanna call it that. I felt like my strength went up. I felt like I was faster. My endurance, the way I played sport, I was just at another level. Now, Jack, why isn't this number 1? The reason I put this number 5 is because I really think NoFap had very little to do with it. But I really think it had something to do with it. But man, it's not like I got any bigger. I could rep out like 2 or 3 reps of, bicep curls since I started that journey. That's what happened with me. There was probably another reason for this, which I'll get into. I think it's benefit number 2 that has an impact on this. Just a small increase in strength, endurance, that type of stuff. That was benefit number 5 for me. Now, it's very short. I don't have much to say about that. But here's where we get to the big boys. 4 onwards. Here are the big benefits I saw. Number 4, a dramatic increase in confidence levels. Now, the reason this isn't number 1 is because, again, confidence, my confidence at the time when I started this journey came from a lot of other things as well. Eating right, practicing meditation, staying present. NoFap had played a role in my confidence, but it wasn't the number 1 thing. That's why this is number 4, because if NoFap was the secret to self-confidence, which I believe it is for some people, it would be number 1. But because there's so many things that, do impact our confidence, the number 1 thing is staying present in the moment. I truly believe that. But why does semen retention actually increase our confidence? The confidence came to me because semen retention is so hard. It's the hardest thing a man can do on this earth. Go and prove me wrong. Except flying or anything that's really possible. It is up there with the most hardest things to do on this earth. And that's why you gain so much confidence, because you've realized you can literally do anything if you put your mind to it. Number 4, a dramatic increase in confidence because semen retention is so hard. That confidence triggers a receptor in our brain telling us that we can do anything. Now, benefit number 3. This is where we get to the big boys. My perspective on women changed entirely. Us men, when we get attached to the common, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get demonetized, but the common day addiction. The common day addiction that a lot of young people struggle with. When we get attached to that, our expectations differ, our perspective on everyone differs. You look at women as more of an object, not who she actually is on the inside. Your perspective has entirely changed. This is one thing that took me a long time to conquer. A long time. And I still struggle with it to this day. It's normal. It's our desire. As a man, it's our desire. We look at women as sexual objects because we desire sex. That's literally the truth. But at the end of the day, this took me about 6 months to really look at who she was on the inside. So I could actually have a genuine conversation with a woman. Because they're humans too, my man. Or if you're a girl watching this, we're human, you're human, nothing separates us except, our gender. So boys, if you feel like your perspective on women, you can't talk to women, seed retention could be a pretty good option for you. This is a big benefit I saw. My perspective on women changed and my confidence around women changed as well. All right, and before I go into number 2, if you haven't already yet, hit that white subscribe button down below because I'm helping you conquer this habit of sleep retention and helping you live your best life overall, teaching you lots about the mind, how it works, confidence, anxiety, building better habits. I'm all about that here, so subscribe if you want to hear more about that. But anyways, let's get back into it. Kind of goes into number 5, and it was probably the reason for number 5, but it was a massive increase in drive, motivation, and energy levels. A massive increase. Yeah, when I say massive, I mean a massive. I was literally going off a couple of hours of sleep every night until it kind of died down a little. That's when I got used to the lifestyle, so I had to sleep more. But when I started, I was waking up at 4 a.m. I was probably getting about 6 hours of sleep, going to bed at 10 p.m., waking up at 4 a.m. But when I woke up, I wasn't tired. I was energetic as fuck. I just wanted to go work out, so I did. I worked out at 4 o'clock every single morning. I did that because that's all I wanted to do. Then again, this may not happen for you. Not everybody's gonna go on this journey and start waking up at 4 a.m. and hitting the gym as hard as ever. Not everybody's gonna do that. But for me, I was very blessed and lucky to experience that because that was a time of my life. Right now, I couldn't wake up like that anymore. I could wake up at 4 a.m., but I couldn't be as energized as I was. That was just, a crazy time in my life. I was vegan too. So I was eating literally 1,000 calories a day. I have no idea how I woke up that early. But man, our seed boys, that shit has power. I'm just going to say it. Cold showers also help this as well. But I think seed retention was the number one thing for this. Massive motivation drive. I'd never missed a day in the gym for months. My desire to go after my goals was so much higher. It wasn't funny. Now we get into benefit number 1. This kind of goes along with number 4, confidence. This is the biggest benefit I've seen, and this is what 90% of men who partake on this journey see in their lives. And it's that we've conquered self-discipline. And as you already know, if you don't know already, I truly believe, and a lot of successful people believe, that discipline, self-discipline, self-control is the number 1 key to success. And what's the hardest way to go about self-discipline? Seed retention. It is so hard, and once you master it, you have become the conqueror of your mind. Not fully, because there's a lot of aspects of the mind, but discipline-oriented, self-control. It is the number 1 way to increase that. Look at a video game. Let's say you're playing a fighting game or whatever. The hardest opponent is seed retention. But when you beat that opponent, your attributes, your progress skyrockets. You get so much fucking coin. You get so much money. It's not funny. It beats anything. Of course, focusing on your diet, exercising, all this type of stuff that challenges the idea of discipline. Look, amazing, and it should be done. But boys, if you really want to challenge yourself, seed retention is the number 1 thing. And you can see it. It's proven. The number 1 video in this self-development, that does well, gets the most views in this self-development type of shit on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram are seed retention and no-fap stuff because they're so hard. People are searching it every single day. My no-fap videos will always do well because a lot of people struggle with this problem. It's proven on the internet. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with it. And that's what makes it so good. Forget about the 4 other benefits. Focus on number 1. Even if it doesn't provide you any benefits at all, just do it for the sake of yourself. Do it for conquering something bigger than yourself. That's the number 1 thing I've seen. And now I have the mindset, I'm disciplined with my goals more now. It shouldn't be seen as a challenge. It should be a lifestyle. And that's where you will see these benefits come. If you look at this practice as a lifestyle. But anyways, hope you did enjoy. Hope you got value. Sign up for my email list down below. I send out 1 to 2 emails per week that provide a shit ton of value. My email community, my email list is the best community I have. Sign up down below or get a free guide, and then you'll also have to put your email in there, which it will be automatically converted onto my list. Also, one-on-one coaching down below if you are interested. But with that said, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.